It was good, bro. I was just checking in with you.
It was good, bro. Checking in another week.
What's the word, man? Another week. Same shit, different day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. February, Black History Month. You know, them niggas finally tried to show. They tried to show a little love, you know.
They
Tried to
did
show us a little love.
They
I think
did try to show us.
they gave like what 5 different black people an award, I think.
I'm crying.
That might be a world record.
It could. I really have to do the research on that. I wish I would have thought about that. But
Like fuck around, it might be. But no, if y'all know what we talking about the Grammys, man. This week is gonna be the first introduction to y'all like seeing the short form.
yeah,
We're gonna go through this real smooth. Like, you know, sometimes we got different topics that we just want to jump into. So this one of them times. So yeah, bro. No, the Grammys. First us.
well, first and foremost, if y'all know me, and if y'all know Jesse, y'all know how we feel about this shit. We've been saying this since 2019. It's fuck the Grammys. Always have been, always will be. We can throw that out there first and foremost. Secondly, before we even get into like the categories and shit, I will say I do think that arguably this might have been the blackest Grammy show that I've seen. Personally,
I mean, we heard the Dream say "nigga" clear.
We did hear the Dream say "nigga" clear. He did not give a single fuck. Honestly, we can start with the hip hop tribute though, for real. We can start there. I think that was definitely I think that was the highlight of the damn show, personally.
I mean, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't watched the show. I just watched the socials. To be honest, like I watched the socials while it was on. I watched the highlights and shit like that, but I ain't watched the show, so I might have missed a few people perform. I did see Jay-Z perform his, and I seen Busta perform his. I heard about LL Cool J. Like I saw somebody tweet about LL Cool J, but I didn't see a video performance of LL Cool J.
Part of the hip hop tribute though, bro, they missed a lot of people, but they gave us a good run through. I wish they would have actually stuck with like going through from the beginning, like of hip hop to the current. They kind of jumped around a little bit, but LL was out there, Queen was out there, Run DMC.
Was Light there?
Light was MCing, but Light didn't. She wasn't in the tribute.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think. They didn't have that many women rappers from that era in the tribute. Now that I'm thinking about it,
they didn't have one of the most important women figures involved in that. I heard that the Queen wasn't there.
Yeah, Nicki was not involved in it whatsoever. I don't know why she wasn't at the Grammys to begin with. I don't know what that whole story is. I don't know. I feel like if she was there or if she had been invited, I can't see her not being a part of it, to be honest. But then again, you never really know. I don't know who's behind the planet and everything. Nelly, they had Nelly. They had Method Man for Wu-Tang.
What verse did Method do?
I feel really bad because I don't know why the name of the song slipped my mind, but the METHOD, man, he just did that verse.
That one. That's the name of the song too, just so you know.
Okay. I didn't want to get it wrong. I thought so, but I wasn't sure, so I wasn't gonna say, because it was slipping me. I wasn't trying to slip, you know. But damn, it was definitely more people from like that like 90s era. Public Enemy.
They performed together?
Yeah. Not all of them. It was just Flav and
Chuck D.
Yeah. LL had his part. I'm trying to think who else outside of the young people they had, because they had Baby, Glorilla, they had Uzi come out at the end.
I fucking guess. See,
I'm really forgetting all the people they had. Like it was dope to see it happening at the Grammys. I don't feel like it was necessarily put together and constructed the best, but it was cool to see them celebrate hip hop at the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like the BET Awards for like 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So
sometimes in life you just got to accept the fact that a win is a win. Because there's a lot of things that I probably could complain about with that. In the way it was, went about. But a win is a win. That's a win for Black people. We got a little bit more exposure. They might have paid Beyonce a little bit more to be there and not win nothing. So, Black people took home some money, man. That's all I care about.
But we starting at rap for these categories, right?
Yeah, we could do that.
For sure. Okay. Best rap performance, you had God Did, you had Vegas by Doja Cat, you had Pushin' P by Gunna, you had FNF by Hit Kid, and you had The Heart 5 by Kendrick. The Heart Part 5 won. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like you would have went a different route?
Performance, yeah, that makes sense. That video, the impact of the video and how it came out and all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know if it would have changed if God Did had a video. Probably not, at least not in my opinion, but I think that would have been probably second. Shout out to Glorilla though for the That's what's up.
If FNF would have been a freestyle first, like say she would have did that shit on the radio and blew that shit into a song, like how G Herbo did that one song that Who Wanted shit.
Yeah.
Like if she would have went on the radio, did FNF as a freestyle, then Lucky would have been a better rap performance to me. Just because it's like, damn, as a story, that would have been crazier than just her putting a video out type shit.
So you are looking at the performance aspect of it, whether that be video, like just the performance aspect of the song.
Yeah, but also because all that play into it, it plays into how I'm gonna take the inflection of certain words and shit like that when I'm seeing your facial expression express it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Kendrick was standing in a red room, basically doing like a colors fucking thing. So it's like camera focused on him. He has to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to make us feel every word. So he did that. I'm not knocking that, but I'm also saying if them vocally Glorilla killed FNF. So that was more so like a freestyle that developed into a song.
Yeah,
I would damn near go with that over the Kendrick shit. I ain't gonna lie. You get what I'm saying? And that's not knocking Kendrick or saying it's less than or anything like that. But it's just on some impact wise, Glorilla had a big ass song. So if that shit started freestyle, the impact would have been way crazier. And it's already crazy as hell.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, the nom itself already showed how big the song is. So I don't disagree with your point on that at all. Best rap album had God Did, I Never Liked You, Come Home the Kids Miss You, which is so crazy that got a nod. Miss Morale and the Big Steppers, and It's Almost Dry.
That's the token white boy right now. What you mean it's crazy that he got a nod?
It's crazy in the sense of yes, he's the token white boy, but out of all the rap albums that could have got noms, come on, man.
Bro, he has to get one every year. If it's not rap album, it's gonna be song of the year. It's gonna be rap song of the year. It's gonna be whatever the fuck category they feel like putting them in.
I mean, I feel you. I get it. I know they're gonna do that. I'm just saying I disagree. Not that made me, but
I feel
yeah. But Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers won Best Rapper Album of the Year. Even without my bias, I do think that's the best rap album. But Pusha, I wouldn't have been mad if Pusha won. I don't know how close that was, but Pusha could have won. I don't think I Never Like You, but I don't think they really had a chance to win in this category. And I also don't think God Did was a good enough album as a whole to really have a shot either. But I mean, decent category, I guess, outside of me.
Pusha was It's Almost Dry.
Yeah.
Interesting. I got one song off of that album, brother.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, we talking about this. You're not a huge Push fan, though.
I like Push, bro. It ain't that I'm not I like Push. King Push, that was a hard album. You feel me? Daytona was hella decent too. It's Almost Dry was just a different vibe for me. To me, it felt different. So I ain't really rock with that one like that. But No, I mean, I think that they got the shit right as far as like shit. Who the fuck is gonna fight against Kendrick?
Yeah,
Like,
not in rap. Yeah,
but I think like
he's Kendrick being nominated.
This might be a hot take. I don't know, but I feel like Kendrick pulled like a Beyonce shit.
In which way?
Like he gave us this conceptual album that was similar. Whoa, pause, not similar, but in the same vein as like a Lemonade.
I get the similarity you getting at. I get what you're getting at.
Yeah. So it's like, how do you compete with that? You get what I'm saying? Like it's already Kendrick. Yeah. Then he gonna drop this type of album. Where it's like
the man dropped a therapy session. Oh, wow.
Exactly. Like subject matter wise, you can't go up against it because nigga, it's literal therapy. You get what I'm saying? Like it's literal therapy. So it's like you can't even fight against this shit. Nigga, you just gotta lay down and take the L. Like
Push did look a little salty too, but I mean that's tough. You just gonna have to go with that. Moving to R&B, best R&B performance. Got Virgo's Groove by Beyonce. Here With Me by Mary J. Blige, Hours and Hours by Is it Mooney? I never understood I never knew what the first name was. Is it Mooney? Is Mooney Long? Is that what it is?
No, it's Money Long, bro.
Money Long, okay. I figured it might have been. Over, Lucky Day, and then Hurt Me So Good, Jasmine Sullivan. And Money Long won.
This was for what?
Best R&B performance.
Okay, that makes sense. It's just weird hearing that somebody beat Jasmine Sullivan in a fucking performance.
I was gonna say I feel like it should have went to Jasmine. I'm not gonna lie, Hurt Me So Good.
But I'm like, Hurt Me So Good wasn't one of them ones for me though.
It was one of them ones for me. I don't know about that. It's one of them ones for me. It was. It was. Especially off the deluxe. For sure.
I'm not gonna lie. Off the deluxe, this is weird. But I like when women sing certain songs and I listen to it in the ear of this is her singing this to me. Or like listen to how beautiful she sounds singing these words specifically.
So you didn't like the words of the song because you felt like
No, I'm not saying that. I was getting to my point. I was gonna say that the best song on the deluxe to me is BPW, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a given. That's a given.
Now, if this was on the performance, it's like you can't go against that.
I wonder why they didn't kind of like maybe they meant it in this way. But vocally, I think it's between Hurt Me So Good and Virgo's Groove. If that's the song I'm thinking about off Renaissance, I think it is. But vocally, I don't think nothing is.
That's the one that Virgo's Groove is the one that it's the way you.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, she went crazy on that.
Yeah, she went crazy. So she Beyonce. She get the.
I'm like, it's Beyonce. She could cross into multiple genres. I mean, Beyonce be fucking rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, she be having bars and shit like that. So it's like, I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, it's like, what are we doing when it comes to like certain categories? Because we want black people to win, but at what expense are we going to take away from other black people? I guess because we just throw Beyonce in every category when she drops an album that's specifically pop, dance, for this community and shit like that. Then how do we just throw her in every other category? It's like, damn, bro, y'all taking away from other artists that could win. You know what I'm saying? And that's no knock to her. Congratulations on breaking the record and shit like that and having the most Grammys. That's cool. But I'll just be wondering, like, damn, like, what hope does that give to the younger artists to even fucking release good shit? I think that might be part of the reason why we get so much ass music. Like, I ain't getting no Grammy. I ain't even putting this out there to make a Grammy. I'm trying to hit a lick, make some music that people would like, listen to, maybe want to relate to and shit like that.
I mean, I definitely agree with your point in regards to just not throwing beat and everything. And I know how I feel about that. Listen, look, ain't nobody saying she ain't great. She just don't have to be thrown into everything. But I don't know if I agree with the artist point, only because I don't think artists, especially now, care enough about the Grammys for that to be like a legitimate like thought process. I ain't saying you
care about the Grammys, bro.
I don't think they put a lot of stock into them to Grammys defining or affirming who they are as artists. I ain't saying that nobody want one. Like, yeah, everybody. I would imagine every artist wants a Grammy. I just don't think they looking at it like, oh, if I don't have X amount of Grammys for this album or that the album wasn't great or the album isn't a classic or my best body of work or whatever the case may be. That's all I'm saying.
Man, shit, I don't know though, because I'm like, what's the purpose? Like, outside of, I'm doing this to, get my mom a house, or I'm doing this to make $1 million, or I'm doing this to, for generational wealth. You get what I'm saying? Like, once you reach that point, what's the purpose of doing this shit? And if it's not like outside of the love, because motherfuckers end up falling out of love with music, and it got to be some motivation to keep you going. Look at Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about.
I don't think it was Grammys for Mike though.
No. I'm not saying that it was Grammys for Mike, but I'm saying like outside of the love for music, like it had to be something more. Like, for Mike, it was more than just the love for the music. It was the people. It was performance. It was the fact that he had to take care of so many people for real. Yeah. I mean, but it was other factors besides just the music. I love the music, and I'm secure within the artist that I am. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that, and I don't think that like a Drake cares about a Grammy, but I also could see like a Coi Leray doing an album and thinking that her album is really well and submitting it to the Grammys and shit like that and being really crushed over the fact that she doesn't win one. Like I'm saying, like that's why I'm like, shit, newer artists, I feel like they still like newer artists that are really artists and not just trying to, catch a lick and shit like that, really putting like time and effort into like their albums and like their marketing and shit like that. Like I think they do be affected by that shit, like a St. John.
Mm.
Like St. John put together some fire ass projects. So if he is to then go submit and I'm not saying that any of these people are upset about Grammy nominations or not winning Grammys or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying like public outside looking in, I could look at these in comparison to like a Drake or a Kendrick lower tier artist, and be like, oh shit, they probably could care because I see how much they care about the art. Like a Doja Cat, a St. John, Coi Leray, like they care a lot about their artistry. So I could see the impact of a Grammy, or if they care about that. I'm not saying that they do, but if they did, I could see it like just like.
Damn, I guess maybe that's just a bigger question of does winning a Grammy, like as any type of new or younger artist, does winning a Grammy, is that the one thing that can really catapult you into that sphere of stardom? If you will, put you. You're like, can you be a star without it in that sphere?
I think it puts you in that. I don't think you can. Look at Trey Songz. And hey, I ain't saying I'm fucking with Trey Songz. That nigga's fighting some allegations that I am not standing by. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, has he ever been nominated for a Grammy? I don't like.
I'd have to look it up, but I don't know if he's ever been nominated.
I don't know if he has. You get what I'm saying? And if he has, it hasn't even been like put in our faces like that to where we would remember it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like artists like that. I'm like, shit, Drake, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, they all came out around the same time, nigga. Who got nominated for a Grammy? And then look at what happened to their career or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris Brown.
Them coming out at the same time though. I don't know, because I still wouldn't necessarily look at them three and be like, it wasn't an equal playing field, bro. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't an equal playing field. Like Drake had Wayne behind him, and Breezy would have been.
I mean, Chris was Chris.
Chris was Chris. You know what I'm saying?
But who else? But it was Chris and Trey.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think. I mean, you mentioned Drake. I don't think Drake necessarily is for them.
No. I was saying like just for a frame of like reference for time. Like, because I'm saying like Drake went and got his Grammys or even nominations. You get what I'm saying?
Actually, Drake was after both of them. Now that I think about it,
yeah, Trey Songz put Drake on technically.
Technically,
yeah,
very technical.
So I'll never be big as Trey Songz. Boy, was she wrong? That was just negative energy for me to feed her.
That's actually really wild to think about. Yeah, crazy. Album of the year, which is awarded to the artist and the featured artist of a full project. So you have Voyage by ABBA, 30 by Adele, Un Verano Sin Ti. I'm rough on my Spanish, so I don't know if I said that right. But by Bad Bunny, Renaissance Beyonce, Good Morning Gorgeous Mary J, In These Silent Days by Brandy Carlisle, Music of the Spheres by Coldplay, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick, Special by Lizzo, and Harry's House by Harry Styles, which was the winner of the very controversial Album of the Year.
Yeah, it was hella controversial because I just didn't hear that album. Like, I didn't hear that album on the radio, but I don't listen to the radio, so that's kind of, I don't know why I said that. But I didn't hear it on like a commercial. I don't watch TV. I watch streaming services. I don't know why I said that either. But I just didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my fucking point. I didn't fucking hear it. Like maybe the white people was in the house hearing that shit. Maybe it's on commercials. Maybe it's on the radio. Maybe it's attached to your favorite brand. But we didn't hear that album. Like the people, we didn't hear that album. We don't know that album. We might know who Doug is based off of who he came from, you know what I'm saying, One Direction. Yeah. But outside of that, we don't know that nigga.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. And I feel like that's what a lot of people was up in arms about, and rightfully so. Because I do think that when you talk about album of the year, it should be an album that was listened to or was received by the masses or as many people, different groups as possible. And I just don't think. Now, granted, I could be biased because I don't know the album, nor do I really know the reach of it because I'm not following Harry Styles shit.
I'm gonna say this right now: if SZA don't win album of the year next year, it's ridiculous.
Album of the year, it's February.
It's ridiculous if she don't win album of the year next year, nigga.
Damn, it's tough. That is tough.
Because when did it drop?
Oh no, it's in the hit. No, it's in that. You know what I'm saying? It's in that thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just wild to say that when there's so much time before the window closes and we don't know what else is there. Please.
Man, that shit was hard. Impact wise, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it should get a nom. I would definitely be surprised to not see it get a nom after its reception up to this point. So yeah. But who would be your winner for album of the year? Just for clarification.
Out of that, album of the year. And who were the other nominees? I'm sorry.
You had ABBA, you had Adele, you had Bad Bunny, you had Beyonce, Mary J, Brandy Carlisle, Coldplay, Kendrick, and Lizzo.
Yeah, they just throw Mary J in every fucking. Never mind. But I probably would have. I guess by default, I probably would have went Beyonce. Like album of the year.
I would have went. I think it should have been between four. I could have seen Adele winning. I could definitely have seen Bad Bunny winning. I could see Beyonce winning. And yes, I'm gonna say I could have saw Kendrick.
I think this was Adele least impactful album though. Like besides the Easy on Me record, I think impact wise, the album didn't do that crazy in comparison to 20 and shit.
So when you're talking about impact, because I feel like for her fan base, it was impactful. I just don't think it was necessarily her most, I don't want to say recognized, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm saying when it dropped, it was here, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't heard nothing about it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like before Adele lasted, you know what I'm saying? When the last couple albums came out, it was oh, we heard them songs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We heard different singles come out. This album, we heard Easy come up, Easy, Take It Easy on Me or whatever the fuck, and that's the only song we've heard. You know what I'm saying? And then outside of that, we haven't heard it like that.
Yeah, and I don't think the album was made. I don't think the album was made to be mainstream, personally. And I say that as like 30 kind of being my like deep introduction to Adele, if you will. And like that making me kind of like go back and really listen to everything else. But 30 was like extremely personal and just based on like things she said.
I'm listening to it.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, but like I don't think she marketed it in a way like it wasn't like you said, it wasn't hella singles type of deal. I think it was like, here's this lead single, here's the album, whatever y'all take from it, this is what it is. I done put everything into it, I'm good, type of deal. But yeah, but no, I think a lot of people thought it was gonna be either Beyonce or Bad Bunny. Those were two names I heard.
Yeah, I'm like Bad Bunny had a Drake record. I fuck with it too.
Bad Bunny had a crazy year in general.
Listen to Bad Bunny, bro. Outside the Drake record.
Bro, here's the thing. I don't listen to Bad Bunny, but I heard about Bad Bunny all the time. I heard Bad Bunny's music every week. So like I'm talking about him having a crazy year from like a distance. Like no, I'm hearing like everybody talking about him. Everybody saying his concert was nuts. Like, all that type of shit.
Yeah, I'll be hearing that. I ain't gonna lie.
But yeah, man, I mean, that's our Grammy review. Nothing too crazy. Is what it is. Grammy's gonna Grammy. You feel me?
We'll have a better review on the BET Awards, man. Hip Hop Awards, better reviews, man.
Yeah, we'll have better review on the other awards show,
We'll care a little bit more. We might even watch those too,
Yeah.
We just want y'all to.
I watch the BET Awards just for the culture, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah, I'm like, shit, we just talked about the Grammy, so y'all could talk about some shit. Y'all can argue with us. Y'all can be like, oh, that nigga Pat is stupid. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, I love Mary album. You get what I'm saying? Like, get on my ass if y'all need to, but at the same time, I don't get no fuck.
And on that note, this is the inaugural, just checking in short. I ain't figured out what we can call these yet. Maybe.
Yeah.
But, I feel me? Keep checking in.
Just checking in for a second.
Ooh, just checking in for a second. I like that. I like that. We're going to build off that. Yeah. But, man, we try to throw y'all content for real. So stay locked in with us, man. We appreciate y'all for following us so far. And shit, until the next full episode. Catch y'all next time. Peace.